Stop licking the mic. No. What's up?
Welcome back to the podcast, Hunnies. Hunnies. Okay, we're going to start with some trivia. I want you guys to guess where this is from. Okay, ready? This is a niche reference. I want you guys to guess where this is from. And then skip a little bit, and then she goes, "Hey, hey, so free, stupid Cupid, stop baking on me." You guys know where that's from? 3, 2, 1. Princess Diaries. Princess Diaries. Mandy Moore, lead mean girl in Princess Diaries. Remember Mandy Moore?
Princess Diaries?
Mama. Mandy. Mama. Mandy. The other day, Princess Diaries. Never saw fucking Princess Diaries? It's an amazing movie. It's rags to riches. Classic story. Mia Thermopolis. She's Greek. She lived with her mom in an old fire hall, and her mom was like a weird hippie. She was like, I'm just painting. I'm just going to shoot balloon darts and paint. And then Mandy, yeah, exactly. And then she was like, I can't keep a boyfriend. And this was Anne Hathaway. And Mandy Moore was the mean girl. Anne Hathaway was the lead girl. Anne Hathaway was like with her mom in the fire hall, and she had the coolest room. She had a room like right up. She was like, where's she going? Her tower. And then her tower was like up in this high little away place. It was sick. And then she was just up there in her fucking thing, and she would open up the little sliding door and be like, I'm not coming down. And I was like, I would love to have a room in an attic, like a real princess, whatever. So I feel like that was the writers being like, how can we make her like a grunge princess? Okay, she lives up in a tower, but it's in like a fire hall. Anyway, and then she found out she was the Princess of Genovia, made up place, thought it was real forever.
Geneva?
Dumbass. Nope, Genovia. And it's made up. And so she was the Princess of Genovia. She finds out that her dad is actually royalty. Her mom kept it from her because, her mom just wanted her to live a fun and cute hippie life. Oops. Anyway, so then all of a sudden her dad dies, and it's a big thing. And then her grandma comes down, and her grandma's like, actually, you're the Princess of Genovia. And it's Julie Andrews. The hills are alive, you know? So it was like a fucking Sound of Music reunion, and everyone was like, Julie Andrews. And they love Julie Andrews because she was fucking famous. A female dear. And everyone was like, I grew up on this bitch. Now she's the queen of Genovia. And she came in and she was like, I'm going to give you princess lessons, you know? And then she had this driver who was this really just fucking cool guy. You know, he drove the limousine. He picked her up from school. He dropped her off. And then her friend was actually a fucking bitch. Lily was like, what, you're fucking princess now? Like, you're a fucking loser, actually. I fucking hate you because, like, you got your hair done. Like, her hair was curly and she straightened it. And then Lily was like, actually, you're a fucking loser now. And it was like, that, Lily, chill out. Like, she just got her hair done. Like, relax. Anyway, Mia didn't show up for her cable show, which was kind of like a bitch move. So I do agree with Lily on that one. So Lily wasn't like a total loser or a bitch, but she was a little bit bitchy. Anyway, I just feel like you got to support your friends a little bit more, but they're teenagers, so we give them a break. Anyway, they made up in the end, and they love each other, so it's all fine. But anyway, and then Mia also had this, she went over to the like ladies, there was like a royal consulate of Genovia in San Francisco for some dumb reason. Like, why would this country have this consulate in San Francisco? Whatever. So they went over to this beautiful house to meet her grandmother for the first time, and she walked on the grass because she's just like a fucking clumsy girl. She walks on the grass, not the pathway. And then there was all these like big announcements coming over being like, get off the grass. It was like, you were not supposed to be on the grass. But then it said it in a bunch of languages. And then she was like, oh my God. And then anyway, so they were like, hey, you're a princess. You have to act like a princess. We're going to give you a makeover. So they brought in this man named Paolo, and he was like, Paolo doesn't, whatever. And Paolo tried to brush her hair, curly hair too. Like, I feel like this had some weird undertones. But anyway, he tried to brush her hair, and then it broke. And then he took her glasses off and broke her glasses in half. What? And then she was like, you broke my glasses. And he was like, you broke my brush. And I was like, whoa. Okay. She didn't break your brush on purpose. You just tried to brush curly hair out when you shouldn't have. Like, you probably ripped her hair out of her head, you loser. Anyway, he ended up selling them out to the tabloids. Bad. Anyway, Mandy Moore was like the lead popular girl who was like, ew, Mia Thermopolis is gross. I hate her. And then all of a sudden Mia Thermopolis was a princess and everyone found out about it. And then Mandy Moore was like, do you want to be friends with us? And then she was actually trying to just like embarrass her in front of the tabloids. So rude. But Mandy Moore had her two little like minions and they sang at a beach party and they were like, step back your butt, stop backing on it. And it was honestly a banger. So if anyone remembers Princess Diaries, that was what was up.
That was what's up.
That was what was up at the time. Princess Diaries, classic summer flick, I feel.
You watched that movie? Crazy memory.
Whoa. Yeah, honestly, some of it was probably inaccurate. I bet there will be some people who listen and are like, that's not exactly what happened. But I do think most of it is pretty much what happened.
I was thinking of the Princess Bride the whole time. And I was like, none of this happened. I was like,
men love the Princess Bride. It's like, we got it. The men had interesting ideas. Who
cares?
That
a boy movie?
Such a boy movie.
I thought it was a girl movie.
No.
We did that.
The thing is, it's kind of like a girl and boy movie. Like both people can get on the same side of it.
It's your first boy girl movie.
Yeah. And your second boy girl movie was super bad.
That's a boy movie.
But girls love it. It's Riley's favorite movie.
Oh, I thought it was a boy movie.
Yeah.
Why do girls love it?
The jokes are fucking banger.
No, that's his best. That's his Magna Carta.
It's amazing. Girls love it because it's good. The thing that men don't understand is that women like good shit. We're not fucking stupid.
Diaries.
Yeah, The Princess Diaries is a good movie. If you guys got over your stupid fucking like, I need everything to be a dumb, stupid fart joke, then you would like good shit like we like good shit. Maybe you wouldn't like everything we like, and that's fair, and there's going to be differences and whatever.
Shit you showed me is so weird.
Sure, and some of the shit you've showed me is literally the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Some of the man humor joke shit you show me is literally makes me want to fucking hang myself from the roof.
Yeah, I can feel that, and I turn it off in 5 minutes. I'm like, she hates it already.
Yeah. And so it goes both ways.
I tried to show you Lords of Dogtown the other day, or like 2 years ago, and you're like, hate it, because you thought it was a boy movie. You wouldn't even give it a chance.
It is a boy movie.
And then you saw it in the theaters, and you're like, that was really good, actually.
I liked watching it. I appreciated it for the skateboarding culture that it provided. But Lords of Dogtown, there's only 2 women in the movie, and all they say is, I want to blow you.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So I can appreciate the culture of skateboarding and where it came from, and watching the movie, I understand.
Charlene says, give me that once. As a piece of paper.
Okay, there's literally no lines for any women ever in the movie. That's so I can get on board, baby. I've been getting on board with man movies my whole life, okay?
No, I don't know if you are. Because whenever I try to show you one.
Because you're always trying to show me one.
I want to get one in. What was the other movie that you showed me the other day?
What?
You showed me one. We were in bed. We watched one of your movies. It was like Hillary Duff or something.
Drown, baby.
Oh my god!
You said we were in bed. Trying to hold me for so long. Give yourself to me. Never be wrong. We were in bed.
Hillary Duff.
The Lizzie McGuire movie?
In Rome.
Yeah, Lizzie McGuire movie.
That was a girl movie if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
That was a teen girl movie.
Listen, the Lizzie McGuire movie is objectively a bad movie, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say about it. I don't care. Bad. I don't care.
I liked Rome.
It's terrible. It's probably terrible, but I love it. It's amazing, and it will forever be important to me. And if you don't feel what Lizzie McGuire feels when she's getting out on stage and she's getting her moment and she shakes her little ass and she goes, this is a then you just never been a teenage girl and never felt what it would feel like. You just never got it.
So like,
listen, I know what you were doing.
For nothing but your looks.
I know what you were doing in university. High school. University. I know what you were doing in high school. You were jerking yourself off with all the other hockey boys. Okay? You guys were all in a room just being like, let's jerk each other off. And I know that's a fact.
We're jerking each other off.
Jerking yourselves off in the presence of each other. Very important. But whatever. Important. So, and everyone thinks I'm just making fun of Aaron, but that's actually true. So whatever. You guys are all jerking off in a garbage can with each other. So that's fine. That's what you were doing. And that's great. And that was the most you could dream. Too. That was the most you could dream at the time.
We'd watch movies.
That was the most you could dream at the time. We were dreaming that we would go to Rome, meet a hot guy, and then he would eventually turn out to be fucked up. We would fall in love with our best friend. We would also have a hot girl who was somehow our identical twin, who was also a pop star in Italy, come out, give us our moment. We would sing in front of our entire class, our friends and family, okay? Our parents would be there. Our brother would be there to see that we finally accomplished something. Like, we all dreamed that all the embarrassing shit we did as 12, 13, 14-year-old girls would finally get redeemed by being on a stage in Italy and fucking rocking our shit shit. And that was what the Lizzie McGuire movie is all about. And I'm sorry that the only dream that you could have at that age was to just jerk off with your boys into a garbage can and then not even be on the hockey team after. I'm so sorry that was your experience, but that was not mine.
I bet you never jerked
I had
off
bigger
with your
dreams.
friends.
I tried.
Yeah, you're a loser. Had no friends to jerk off with.
Whatever. One time my friend in school, I was like crossing my legs to kind of like fucking masturbate at like grade 4, and I didn't know what it was called at all. And I was like, told my friend, I was like, cross your legs, it feels great. And she did it, and she was like swinging between the desks. I was like, listen, bitch, you don't get it. She didn't understand. That's okay. We tried our best. But yeah, the Lizzie McGuire movie is great, and it's not great because it's like fucking a well-written movie. It's a Family Channel movie. I get it.
I never liked Family.
But it's great. Whatever. You didn't have a family.
Yeah, I didn't have. You're so mean. I didn't have a functional family
You didn't
or
have a
cable
functional
TV
family to enjoy.
or cable TV, so it all seemed so stupid. I liked
know.
Malcolm in the Middle and like The Simpsons and anyone with a dysfunctional family. That was honestly better.
No.
I was an adult child. You hate adult cartoons, and it's one of my biggest critiques of you.
That I hate adult cartoons.
You hate all of them. You hate King of the Hill, one of my
I do.
favorite shows, returning August 2nd. Put it on the calendars.
It's one of your biggest critiques of me. What the fuck did you just say?
One of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
I didn't mean critiques.
Oh,
You're perfect.
I'm scared.
Yeah. But one of my biggest pet peeves is that you don't like adult cartoons.
Don't be scared of me.
I'm scared of you.
You don't need to be.
Well, I am.
You shouldn't be.
I fear the woman who's never jerked
Adult
off with her friends.
I have. I tried. They didn't get it.
You never tried hard.
I'm sorry that I wasn't as gay as you.
Yeah. You're
but
actively gay.
I know. So are you.
No, I'm not.
Oh well. Yeah. Okay. But sure. Yeah. No, I know. I don't like adult cartoons. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's sad. What, you can't get past the look.
I hate the look. I hate the thing. I hate it.
It sucks. They're so funny.
Do you know why though? I think, and that's fair. That's fair. Listen, again, I said this on the last pod. I don't think that my opinions are right. They're just my opinions, and I'm trying to learn to be more okay with them. Okay, I don't like adult cartoons. I can't get past. I don't like The Simpsons. I watched so much Family Guy with my family.
Family Guy it's okay sometimes.
Yeah.
Kind of bad.
I tried to watch Futurama. I tried to watch
Futurama's
BoJack
really
Horseman.
Good. BoJack's weird.
I tried to watch so many of these adult cartoons, and the visuals put me off so much that I feel like I can't hear the jokes. And I'm not saying the jokes are bad.
Why can't you hear the cartoons? People do cartoons so that you can say whatever you want. Because people can't.
I like Big Mouth.
Interesting.
I've always liked Big Mouth.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the one people hate.
Why?
Because people are really weird about kids talking about sex. A lot of people love Big Mouth, but a lot of people are like, I can't deal with this show. It's so divisive. You either love it or you're like, that's disgusting.
I think Big Mouth is really well done.
Yeah, Big Mouth is great. But I remember when it came out, and even years after, people were like freaked out by the sex in the teens.
But they're just talking about how people felt at the time.
I know. People can't get past it or can't put themselves in.
Whatever. Look,
that's the nice thing about cartoons is that you can be an adult talking about.
There's something about okay.
Jerking your little prepubescent dick as a 13-year-old.
Okay.
With your hockey friends in.
Yeah, we know. You need to go back and make sure that you justify the time that you had and that it wasn't super gay, but it was, but it's fine. But it's okay. Just I want you to be allowed to be super gay.
It wasn't super gay.
I love that you were super gay.
It was a little gay.
It's cute to me.
It was kind of
It's extremely gay, and I think it's cute.
It was somewhat.
If I wasn't dating a gay man, what would I be doing?
Homoerotic. It wasn't
Jesus.
super gay.
Okay. So here's my thing. I don't like adult cartoons because something about cartoons for me feels very like warm and comforting, and like I love cartoons. Like I love animation. I love Pixar. I love Disney. It feels very like safe, very comforting for me, very like otherworldly and whimsical. But when we bring in too many like really weird dysfunctional problems and then we animate them, it feels like it honestly feels like after the first time I had sex. And I don't know how to describe this, but I don't know if anyone else feels this way. But the first time I had sex with a man,
you came really hard.
Yeah, no, so hard. No, I didn't. The first time I had sex with a man, it was not very long. And I remember afterwards, I'm not trying to knock him or anything. It was just like, it was with someone I was with for 8 years. And I wanted to do it. I was there. I was ready to have it. And then afterwards, I just felt like kind of gross. Like I felt like some sort of like little piece of innocence had been taken from me. And it didn't last very long. Like the feeling went away. I had a very long relationship with that person. We had, normal sex life, whatever. But there was something about it where leading up to it, I was very excited. I was like, I really want to do this. It was definitely a good, positive experience. Nothing was wrong. But afterwards, it just felt like a little piece of me as a kid was gone. And that's how I feel every time I see an adult cartoon. That's just like making really weird, gross jokes. It's like I feel like I'm seeing something.
Your virginity is being taken.
Innocent, and then it's being like distorted. And it doesn't feel good. It feels unsettling. So I'm not saying by any means that shows like The Simpsons or like, I don't know, Futurama or like any of these like great, like very well-renowned, award-winning great shows. I'm not saying they're bad. They're not. They're wonderful, I'm sure. But I'm not listening to the jokes because I'm off-put by this feeling of
being
innocence being like grossified. If that makes sense.
They're so wholesome.
They're not.
The shows?
The shows are not. If you watch the shows, there are always times where like the husband, like Homer or Peter or whoever the husband is in the family dynamic, will like almost completely abandon his family for this bit. And for me, it feels like a hard storyline to follow when someone, I know, but when someone will completely disrupt their family dynamic, someone will say something like, to me, I am too much of a woman when I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my God, you just said something that if I heard that, I could never not forget that, but it's done for the gag, for the bit. I get it. I understand. I'm also a comic. I understand. Like it was written for the funniness of it. I can't look at shows as purely like that was written as a gag or a bit or for the funniness of it. Like I'm always thinking about the people and the story underneath it, which is why some of my favorite comics and some of my favorite shows about comedy, they have like real characters and heart underneath them. So even if they say outlandish things, you can kind of like feel where they come back to. Whereas in cartoons, you can get away with so much because you can like dramatize the whole thing for so long that you can take these bits into these like ether worlds where they like exist almost outside of the character and accomplish whatever you're trying to do with the joke. But that makes me so uncomfortable.
I think you're a force-fed Family Guy too much. And that's definitely the case with Family Guy, but every other cartoon, they have so much
It's also
heart.
the case of The Simpsons.
They have so much heart.
They have heart, but they also have a lot of...
Homer loves Marge.
I know, but then Homer also does crazy shit to like go against his family.
He doesn't even realize he's going against his family, and then he comes back to it.
Yeah.
He learns his lesson always.
Maybe. This is not just from Family Guy. This is from lots of shows.
King of the Hill teaches you a lesson every episode.
King of the Hill doesn't show me anything about like familial love.
He's a very awkward man. It shows you dysfunctional familiar love.
I love that you love it, honey. I'm not trying to take any sort of...
I'm just trying to fight for it.
You fight for it. You could do it. I love it.
I'm seeing clips for the new King of the Hill and it looks so bad.
But you know what? Like you've showed me some of the episodes. I can agree that like the lessons are very good. I can agree that I mean, I don't really find King of the Hill very funny, but I do...
A lot of people don't.
I do see like the lessons in it and I see kind of the interest. Like I try. I do try. I don't know. You're going to get the disconnection from me. Whereas like you show me a movie like, we were talking about this earlier, Riley's favorite, Superbad, where the characters can be cruel. Like Jonah Hill can be such a cruel character, but he comes back to like who he is so much. And it's in real life that the gags like make more sense to me. I get it more. I can laugh at it more. Cartoons, for some reason, feel like something wholesome that's been twisted and turned upside down. Or like my ex used to really like Archer. That was
Archer's good.
I loved Archer. He thought Archer was so funny. And it was one of the most off-putting things I've ever seen.
Archer does have an interesting comedy.
I hate it.
Comedy and animation style.
I hate it. I watch it and I hate it.
Interesting.
I just hate it.
You can't get past it. It's like a mental block.
Yeah. I try. Like, Believe me, I have had some fucking boyfriends in my life, and all these boyfriends have tried to be like, this cartoon is the best adult cartoon you'll ever fucking see. And I'm like, totally, yeah, show it to me. And it's always sucks.
Yeah.
It always sucks.
Except Big Mouth, eh?
Love Big Mouth. Big Mouth, for some reason.
What about when Lizzie McGuire does her little cartoon cutouts? Are you immediately like, disgusting? Get the hell out of here.
No, because they're so relatable and sweet and like innocent and cute. They're not like, I would abandon my entire family for this prostitute I just met. Like, that's a storyline in so many of these adult cartoons.
What?
Yeah. It's not. I'm just making that up. But I just feel like there's always some sort of like weird, I don't know. There's something weird going on. It's off-putting. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm allowed to not like something. Fuck. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. There's things I like. There's things I don't like. Like, fuck. It's okay.
Yeah.
Men get really mad when you don't like the things that they like.
100%.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't like it?
Yeah. Because you guys think that what you like is objectively good, and it's just not. Men think this about comedy too. There are certain men who will be like, objectively, this is the funniest comedian. And I'm like, objectively, no. No. Objectively, you think it's the funniest comedian because of your criteria, because of the things you've come up with in your head, because of what you enjoy, because what you find funny, because what you grew up with, because what you, whatever. Like, this is all criteria that you've based on yourself. And you think it's objective because you have other men around you being like, yeah, objectively, that's funny. And the truth is that no, there's no objectively anything. You would love for there to be, but there's not. There are so many ways to find things amusing and entertaining and funny. And they might not be so perfectly well constructed as whatever you've decided is brilliant. Or they might be. There are lots of women and men who will agree on some of the best and most well-renowned comics in the world. And we can all agree on them. They might be controversial picks too. They might be people who've done terrible things, but they've written and told and performed so well that everyone is relating to it. But there's also lots of gray area in there. There's also lots of room for like people who perform in a way that makes you laugh, that men might not get, but women get, or men might get and women might not get. But I feel like the big difference is that like women are okay with just having their preferences and not forcing everyone else to like them. Like anytime I talk to a woman, they're like, yeah, I like this person. My boyfriend doesn't, but that's fine. And anytime I talk to a man, it's like a woman is stupid if she doesn't like the same things I like. And that's fucking insane. You're the judge and the jury of all. You who's been jerking off into a garbage can with your boy since 13 years old, the judge and jury on what's great.
I wasn't mad at you for not, or didn't think you're stupid for not liking King of the Hill. I understand why someone wouldn't like it. A lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
I just think it's just a little disappointing that you just don't like any adult cartoons. Because I really like to watch them and I really want to share them with you.
I don't want to be shared with.
I want to share them with you.
What other ones do you want to share with me that you haven't shared with me yet?
Nothing.
Well,
I've given up.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
I've given up.
I feel so truly bad for you.
I watch all your stuff.
You like it though.
I've seen The Parent Trap.
You loved The Parent Trap.
I didn't love it.
You didn't? You were like, that was a brilliant movie afterwards.
Lindsay Lohan. I get why everyone loves her.
No. Don't take this back
Trap.
now that you're on fucking live air or whatever for our 11 guests.
We're live.
The fact that you are taking this back is actually really disappointing to me.
I'm not taking it back. I liked how Lindsay Lohan, it was an amazing breakout role for her to go from.
Not just that. You were like, that movie had everything. Like there's all this element of adventure and complexity. It's good. It's beautiful.
I'm saying I give that a shot, and I would never. Family Channel is my cartoons. I didn't grow up with like a very functional family, and whenever I watched Family Channel at my friend's house and their functional house, I was like, this is so boring to me. With like a laugh track and a silly, nice, wholesome dad and a beautiful, loving mother, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I hated it.
Yeah, I
hated the Family Channel. It was like really.
You're talking to me like I grew up in a functional family.
I know, but you love the Family Channel. You love Disney.
Because I liked something that felt normal.
I hated it.
Why?
I craved the not normalcy. It was off-putting to see the normalcy. I hate you.
I'm gonna literally pass out. I crave the not normalcy. I'm just a
As
bad boy. I'm just different.
I want to edit that out.
I'm so crazy and different and bad.
Shut the fuck up.
My mom listened to CBC and hated me. So
My dad listened to CBC
I had
and
to,
hated
I
me.
had to listen. Really, just my dad smoked weed and never talked to me. So fuck. Couldn't see a normal dad and a normal mom. That'd be crazy with a laugh track. No, give me Futurama. I want to watch South Park and
Milk
feel
in the
something.
middle. Milk in the middle. I felt very seen by.
I want to watch South Park and feel something.
South Park was I watched too young.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Milk in the Middle was very vindicating
Why?
because it was like a poor family with parents who fought a lot, and there was all boys and way too many of them, and they could not handle it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, with a like a very ADD parent and a very angry mother.
You love anything with an angry mom.
I don't love it.
You do.
I don't love it.
When I get angry at you, you get excited.
And I don't get excited.
You do. Yeah,
Shut up.
it's true. It's true. We repeat the fucking things we do with our parents. It's interesting. No, I get it. I get it. I do. I know I'm making fun of you, but I get it. I mean, I think you either look for things that parallel what you're going through to kind of like make sense of it and make it okay and feel a sense of calm, or you look for situations that are so opposite you that it feels like you can kind of live in that fantasy world, you know?
Yeah.
I liked shows like Wizards of Waverly Place and Hannah Montana and all that shit, because it was about a kid who had some sort of like magical power or like was a superstar, and the family was kind of secondary.
I liked the one.
I never saw a show with parents who were divorced.
No, they don't do that.
They don't do that.
Which sucks.
But I didn't care. I didn't care about that. I wasn't like, I need to see that there's parents who were, I didn't care. I wanted to see kids who were, in spite of whatever was going on, like magical, exceptional, fun, hot, whatever. Like I was so just wanted to be, maybe this is basic, but I don't care. I just wanted to be great. I just wanted to have like a great life on my own. And I felt like that was possible, and it didn't matter who my parents were, what they were doing. I love my parents. I'm not trying to diminish them in any way. I just mean like, I didn't feel like my home life situation should affect the things that I was capable of. I felt like the things I was capable of were things that I could like discover for my own. I felt very alone in a good way growing up. I felt like I had this individualism because I don't know. I had like, my parents weren't together, but I had a lot of love, you know, in either household. I also had some different things, turmoil, other things I was dealing with, whatever. But I felt really excited about the possibility that I could like be whatever and do whatever. And I think that's something my parents gave me too, you know, this ability to kind of dream and get excited about things, you know.
Nice.
Which was nice. But it didn't really, I didn't really care about seeing I knew I was never going to see divorced parents on TV. So I wasn't like holding out hope to look at that.
Yeah.
I just was like, that's not going to be a thing I see. So I have to look for kids who in these movies and TV shows are kind of doing cool, fun things, or like, yeah, I don't know. Just look for these like role models.
Yeah.
And I looked for role models everywhere. I used to come home from movies and immediately start making a craft based on the movie. Like if the movie had some sort of sacred amulet, I was like constructing a necklace to wear around my neck. Or after Harry Potter, I remember I saw Harry Potter for the first time. I came home, took a bunch of pieces of like 8x11 paper, stapled them together, like fully just stapled the pieces of paper together in the long format. And then at the bottom, stapled a bunch of pieces together in a cluster. And I was like, that's my broomstick, flimsiest broomstick you've ever seen in your life. But I was like, I'm going to ride it. Like, I just wanted fantasy. I didn't care about anything that reflected real life. I just wanted fantasy. I wanted to imagine that life could be crazy and different. There was magic. Like, that to me felt the most comforting. And I think maybe that's another thing is like adult cartoons are not fantasy. Adult cartoons are very like life dynamics, neighborhoods, families.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me almost seemed a little boring.
Interesting.
Big Mouth is like monsters and puberty and like it's a little more fantastical and maybe that's why I love it. And you know what? Maybe my logic's not sound because like Futurama and other stuff is a little more fantastical, but I don't know. Like I was never watching TV to kind of see myself reflected. I was trying to see the possibility of like the way things could be.
Interesting. I always found fantasy boring.
Really?
I was like, things can never be like that. Dysfunction was very familiar and also very funny when it was done well. It was like I found it so funny to see it played out and like thought about like by these writers. And I found the functional comedies from like Family to be the most boring.
Yeah.
And I felt unique in my family, and also, I didn't really imagine what else I could do.
Interesting.
Couldn't imagine that it could be anywhere else.
Why was fantasy boring?
Because I guess I couldn't suspend my disbelief. Like, you couldn't get past the cartoons. I couldn't be like... My brother loves fantasy.
That's okay. You don't have to love fantasy. I'm just curious as to why.
I like the...
Yeah, you like the real stuff.
Not reality, but like...
Reality in the way that you knew it.
Yeah, it's just funny to see it portrayed like that.
I can imagine that would be comforting.
It's very comforting. Yeah, I didn't want any of the normalcy. When you go to your friend's house, you're like, oh, this is very functional. And
what did you think when you did that? Like when you went to a friend's house and it was functional, what did that feel like?
I didn't actually wish that was like my thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course. Yeah. There's something different. Something unique.
I was like, it looked very sterile
and
boring. I was like, at least I'm not bored. Like every day was like an episode of TV. There's so much like chaos and drama.
That's cute.
And laughs.
Yeah.
And there I was like, nothing changes. Every time I go over, it's the same. Nothing changes. At like most, they're a little bit irks sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at your friends' houses, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas your house, something new was happening every day.
Yeah, all the time.
Was it always laughs?
No. It'd be like chaos.
Yeah.
But it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you laugh at it. Like so ridiculous, and then once it dies down, you're like, that's pretty funny. You learn to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think you look for different things.
Yeah, I guess I do like it when you're mad.
You love it when I'm mad. You're like, let's fucking go.
We'll see what happens.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's new.
It's innovative.
Really fucked up. I don't like fucking up and pissing you off.
No, it's not fucked up. I think it's interesting.
I don't like fucking up and pissing you off.
You are truly the only person I've ever met in my life, and especially the only man I've ever met in my life who is not threatened by like women's anger.
I crave it.
I know.
I don't.
You do kind of. There's a lot of men though that maybe I'm generalizing, but I do feel like there's a lot of men who are very sensitive to women and their opinions, and so anytime like a woman says something or does something, it is very much like, oh wow, I'm getting more wine. Amazing. Thank you. But anytime like a woman says or does something that's very taken seriously, it's like, what do you think of me? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe that goes back to their relationships with their own mothers. I don't know. But you are the only person I have ever met, the only man I have ever met where I can just say whatever I'm thinking or feeling and you do not take offense.
I've heard it all.
You just accept it. And I think it's because your mom used to say crazy shit to you all the time.
Yeah, I can't get offended.
Yeah. Like your mom has like told you such awful stuff and like yelled at you and said terrible things. And I think because of that, you're just not really phased.
No, Neil has a joke that he thought his name until the age of 4 was fucking asshole. No, fucking retard.
Fucking retard? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, obviously that's not healthy and I'm not happy that you like feel that way, but there is something about and I actually try to be very conscious of this because I don't ever want to live in a world where, as much as on the podcast, I give Aaron a hard time and whatever, like in our actual real life and being partners, I very much care how I'm coming across because I love you so much. And I don't want you to feel like you're repeating some sort of like negative or toxic cycle or whatever. You're also a man, and I'm fine to go through I'm fine to say what I think. And I think I should be fine to say what I think. But at the same time, like, yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge that I don't want you to ever feel like a punching bag. I don't want you to ever feel like someone who's just taking shit from me, or that I'm just taking advantage of you, or that I'm not being fair to you. I think I always want you to feel like you have the autonomy to do and say whatever you think and feel. And you do. Like the thing I love is that you don't sway one way or the other. You're not someone who's like, oh yeah, whatever you say, honey, of course. Yeah, I'm a punching bag. Like, you'll tell me if you feel a different way. You'll tell me how you feel. You're not afraid to challenge me. You're not afraid to say what you're thinking, but you're also not afraid to hear what I'm thinking. And that is important, I think, to me so much, because I never feel like I'm bulldozing you or taking advantage of you, or like you're a doormat and you're just going, oh, okay. Because you don't. Some people might think that about you if they don't know you very well, but then they do not know you very well, because you will fucking fight me tooth and nail if you disagree on something or you have something else to say. And I respect it.
Love fighting.
Yeah. You're okay to fight with me. And I respect it a lot. But yeah, you're no stranger to angry women, but you're also no stranger to fighting back and saying what you think. And it allows us to have a lot of healthy conversations and fights and different things. But I feel for little Aaron too sometimes.
Don't.
Why?
He's great.
Little Aaron?
He's healed up.
Is he?
Healed up.
No, he's not.
Healed up.
No, he's not.
Nothing wrong with that guy.
Little Aaron?
Little Bo Peep.
Little Bo Peep. It's interesting though, like what you say about watching families and thinking about dysfunction and almost kind of glorifying it a bit. There is something to be glorified about having everything not be perfect. Your life is more interesting.
Far more interesting.
It just is.
I was developing, and I was like far funnier than everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
more of a quick thinker, and just really outside the box thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Think about money, think about responsibility, thinking about
true.
Jokes and chaos, and thinking in an adult way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Where they were like kids.
I was always the person giving advice in my friend group and stuff. And it's because I was watching my parents date. I was watching them go through real life relationships and breakups. I was giving my parents actual advice on things that I thought they should do. I was talking, and they would always say, oh, Cassidy talks so mature. It's not because I just came out that way and I was just always meant to be more mature. It's because I had parents who were divorced and dating and doing other shit and going through different things. Like, they weren't together and things weren't happy, and it was different,
100%.
I was a kid in an adult world. I was going to parties for like my mom's boyfriends or my dad's girlfriends, and I was talking to different adults all the time. I was talking to strangers that I didn't know, that was like, oh, this is this person's this, and this was this person's cousin. Like, I was getting introduced at 5 and 6 years old to people who I had no idea who they were, but they were in relation to someone that my parents were talking to who was important. And so I just had to figure out how to talk to them.
Right.
So you just develop different skills.
Right.
And my mom feels really bad about that now. Like, my mom feels really bad about the fact that her and my dad got divorced so young, or all the things that happened. And honestly, like, there's a lot of shit that happened in my life that, like, yeah, maybe isn't great, but I'm not upset about the way that I lived my early life.
Yeah.
I went to a bunch of people's different houses. I went to different dinner parties all the time. I was always at like different occasions and dealing with different things. And then I also saw my parents on their own, completely single, alone, sad, trying to figure it out. Like, I never got normal family dynamic. I never got normal family dinner.
Right.
It's just not something I had.
Yeah, never.
And then my step parents came into my life when I was very young as well, like 7, 8 years old. And then we all learned how to be a family again. Like, I really wanted it to be
Right.
a thing. And it was in some case. Like, my ma, like Jeanette, my ma, she's, for anyone who doesn't know, technically my stepmom, but also just like she's just such a light of my life. Like, she is my other mom.
She's very warm.
And it's not just warm, like she can also be hot-headed, and it definitely wasn't like a perfect seamless transition for sure, but she loved me like a friend when I needed it. She loved me like a mom when I needed it. And she came into my life in a really respectful and beautiful way and built a foundation. And now I truly can't imagine my life without her. There's so many lessons, there's so many things I've done in my life that are because of her.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many ways that she changed the way I think about things, that she changed my perspective. Yeah, I just love her so much. And I just feel like
she's silly too.
And she's silly, she's funny.
Yeah.
She's a little crazy. She's just someone I got who came into my life, and now she's my parent. Like, I can't imagine my life without her,
Mm-hmm.
And I get like, my heart gets warm every time I hear that she calls me her daughter. Like, every time. I'm going to cry.
I remember
it's really cool. Like, people don't always have that.
Yeah.
Like, some people never get a meh,
Yeah. Not even one. You got two.
Yeah. Two
ma's.
Oh, yeah. 100%. But I mean, like, I'm so lucky in that way.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky because my life was different.
Yeah. Different is good.
Yeah. I'm lucky because my life was different. I am fortunate because I had different experiences, and I had parents who didn't do things in the most conventional way, and that's okay.
Yeah. And you probably didn't know it was going to happen when they got divorced.
No.
Probably really hard.
No, you know what? Though their divorce wasn't hard. I was 3. I was 3 years old. I didn't know any different.
You weren't freaking out?
No. I mean, I have some memories, early memories of my parents when they were together and fighting. I have maybe 2 memories of that. One of them, I was sitting in a car seat, but it wasn't in the car. It was like on the ground in the living room. But I don't know why they hadn't installed it yet. And I was like, I'm gonna sit in this. But like, whatever, my parents weren't gonna be together. They divorced, and that was that. I never really had an example of them together to like hold on to. My whole memorable life is them not together.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's not bad. It's just what it is. Like, I think some people have an urge to feel like bad for me, and I'm like, you don't have to feel bad for me.
No, you don't.
Like, there have been things in my life that haven't been great, sure, but overall, I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. I got out good.
Mm-hmm. Unscathed. There's
well, no, not unscathed, but definitely just like people in my life who love me, good people entering into my life. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel unfortunate.
Yeah.
In that way. Like, my mom, I can feel my mom sometimes feeling bad about the divorce, as if like it fucked me up in some way. Like, yeah, maybe it did. But I'm also a stand-up comedian, and like maybe I wouldn't have been if
100%.
my parents had just faked it and been together. And I've done a lot of cool things in my life, and I've tried a lot of things, and there's influence that has come from the fact that they're not together anymore, that they have other partners, that the lives have gone differently, that I have a split family, that I have a sister. Like, there's so many things that came out of them not being together that are good things that I don't know. I don't really feel bad about it.
No, that's true.
Just like you talking about how like going to functional families' homes felt sterile and weird. It's like, yeah, I've been in your family home. It's a mess. It's a hoarder house. It's an absolute hoarder house.
Stage 2.
Stage 2 hoarding.
Stage 3 maybe.
You've got shit all over the fucking front porch and there's stuff all over the pantry and shit. But there is something really comforting about being in your family home.
Yeah.
There is. As dirty and messy and weird and not working as all the stuff is, there is something like settling.
I brought that mentality here.
100%.
And it drives me crazy. But when I came home from Toronto last week and you had the house clean, I immediately put stuff everywhere. I was like, oh, finally.
Yeah, you're like, let me spread out.
Let me put stuff on every surface.
Yeah.
It feels good. My older brother, I think, had more experience with like even more dysfunctionality in my family because they got separated when he was a kid.
Right.
And he didn't take it well.
No, kids never do.
He apparently was having like night terrors, like deep internal troubles. But then saw them get back together.
That's crazy.
So then I think he now is just like any relationship can be fixed. And, is just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, to think about.
His comfort zone is
yeah.
His discomfort as well, but he has faith in being able to fix.
Not always a healthy mindset,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's actually better to leave and go find something else. I mean, I guess like we don't realize that we're repeating the same patterns that our parents had until we're doing it, Like I remember that I always was like, well, my parents divorced and then met people who were like better suited for them. And so there's lots of options. Life can start over. Life is long. Like my phrasing has always been like life is long because my mom was 33 when she had me. She divorced my dad at maybe like 35, 36 and then dated. My mom's super hot. She like fucking dated a bunch of people. And then my parents both met their significant others that they're with now when I was about like 7 or 8 years old. So like 40, early 40s, and had whole different lives, like had a whole completely new chapters of their lives. So there's so much can change. Like, and that was kind of cool for me growing up and being like, oh my God, like, we live in a world right now where, especially on TikTok and Instagram, it's kind of like, oh my God, you're in your 30s, like your life is over. And that's just not true. It's just so not true. It's like your life is actually barely getting started. It started, but it's not even halfway done. So there's so much more that can happen. There's so many more things that can happen. And there's so much more that will happen for so many of us. And that's a crazy thought. We want to feel like we've had it all figured out. We've done our growing, we've done our things, but we haven't. Like life is really long. If you live a long life, it's long. And there's lots of different chapters and decades and things to happen. So I feel grateful that I had that like good perspective. But when I got into my first relationship, I think I always thought like, oh, maybe we'll be together for a couple of years and then we'll break up. But we were together for 8 years. And I think that there was a part of me that was craving the stability of a relationship that I hadn't really been involved with growing up because I'd seen my parents date and then find new relationships. And so like just like a different understanding of what it meant. And so I held on to this person for way longer than I should have. Like that relationship should have been 1-2 years max. And it was 8.
Mm-hmm.
And not to their discredit, like the person I was with, not a bad person by any means. Not someone, who deserves any negative talk, just someone who I really wasn't meant to be with, like just someone who's just not compatible with me at all. And, but it just happens where you're like, oh shit, like I'll be in this for
8 years.
8 years. And I thought maybe forever. But I never thought outside of myself, I never thought I'd be in a relationship that long.
Right.
With my first partner. Like that didn't make sense to me. I felt really embarrassed when people would play games about like, how many people have you slept with? And I'd be like, 1. Like I was so, not that that's embarrassing. Like it's totally fine if that's what you do. But for me, I really wanted to have this like crazy adventurous life and I wasn't having it. So in practice, the thing I had thought about in theory wasn't really happening. But I think it was also because some part of me was like, let's just do something stable. Let's like not have the chaos for a minute. And I don't know, the way that you are raised kind of reflects the relationships you have. Like you're talking about your brother and yourself even.
Mm-hmm.
And I think wanting some stability when you don't have a ton of stability makes sense, but also seeing, oh, these people, my parents, they broke up, they got back together, and now they're still together, might make you feel like I'm not going to look for anything new or better. I'm just going to do what I know and really work at that. And it's all a choice. But I have other friends who have very stable homes and like loving parents, and they have searched for that in their relationships, and they're actually very quick to give it up if it's not good, which I think is really healthy and really important. To go, hey, you know what? I've seen what can be great. I've seen what it looks like to be awesome. And this is not it. I'm not sticking around for this. Nope. You're done. And then just moving on and trying to find something exceptional because they have the example of what exceptional looks like and they don't want to settle for anything less. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So, people find their function and dysfunction in all sorts of ways. It could be family, it could be school, it could be friends, it could be personal troubles. But there is something to be said about having like a healthy family life and then striving to find relationships that emulate that. I think that's really important. It's something I'm conscious of with you all the time because I know that you had a very dysfunctional family life, and I don't want to be the partner that emulates the dysfunction that you had when you were a kid. As much as that turns you on.
That's funny.
I don't want to be big bitch number one.
You'll always be number two.
Yeah, it's true. Mom.
Big mama bitch.
Big mama bitch and then me. That's where it goes. All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Put a bow
on
it. Whether you have a functional, dysfunctional, semi-functional
penis, or
a family who's left the function, and yes, penis. Good job, honey. Nice job.
Nailed it.
I nailed it. You got one in. Feel free to write to us, chat to us, let us know your thoughts, your comments,
your family history,
your family history. Tell us anything. Right? askthepodcass@gmail.com and tell us any thoughts, whether it's about soap or family or wine, whatever you want. We finished a bottle tonight. Happy July. I appreciate all of you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, honeys. We'll see you soon.
Dance. Like and subscribe, mother effers.